some corned beef, some slow cooked corned beef in a pressure cooker. That's going to take like 6 to 8 hours. Pretty simple. Buy it from the supermarket or buy it from your butcher like that. We can just whack that straight in the pot. So straight in the pot. Alright. Then we're gonna add some things. It ain't gonna taste any good just like that. So what we'll do is we'll add some carrots. Alright, we'll add some potato. We'll add some onion. My carrot's getting away there. And we'll add some vinegar. Some white vinegar, and it's about 2 tablespoons, so let's say 50 ml. A couple of onions. Now this is going to cook itself. We're not going to do much at all. Let's just cut it up. Very, very simple. So chuck all the vegetables around it. Just whatever we can fit in. So potatoes, carrots, onions. 50 ml vinegar. This is just white vinegar. I'm going to fill it up with water. I'll grab a, it might take me forever with that one, darling. Can I just grab a big one? Squeeze these potatoes in there somewhere. Perfect. So, as you can see, our son is calling us for the next video. So, we're just going to turn it on high. So, on number high setting, we'll pop the lid on it, and we'll be back with you and see you in 6 hours. And we'll do some vegetables in the oven, make it taste really nice. Got the salt. Bit of salt. About a tablespoonful. Bit of salt in there. Little rascal, isn't he? Pop that on. Away we go. Leave it. We come back to you. See you soon.
A few moments later.
Well, peoples, we're gonna need some potatoes for our dinner. Let's go get some. Look out, dogs. Look out. Come on. Okay. Go through there. I'll grab a pitchfork. Oh, hang on. It's in the garden. Look at that. Let's get some potatoes. See what we've got down here. One little potato. Potatoes. Whoa. What do we got here? Alright. Some little ones. We don't need many for dinner. We do need some. That's the one that was growing off. Take that with one. That's the root potato. That's the one, we don't want that one. Tiny little one. So this is the end of the season. Nothing's going to grow when it's this cold in Tasmania. I've struck gold. There we go. All these little suckers. These will be quite nice for the dinner. So now what we'll do is we'll turn all this over and we'll plant things like lettuce, bok choy, more endive, and more rocket. You can see the rocket through the endive there. We'll plant more of that. Got the baby spinach here. I don't know if you can see that. Celery cranking all around the place. But what we want to do is re-establish the garden once again. So just go through, turn everything over, and okay. That's what we got right there. We've got a couple of potatoes along here. What's interesting to see if they have anything in them. Why don't we just turn them while we're here? This will be the last of the potato milk. That's just the half up. He didn't do any good either. Oh. Too late in the season. A baby. Crack-a-lacka. Okay. So the herbs and stuff will keep growing through there. We'll just fish through those. We'll turn it all over again. Replant it out. Wasn't much, but it was definitely enough for what we need for dinner. So we'll just run those through there a little bit while we take them inside. If you can see that going without me splashing you. These are all good. No green ones. As you can see, they're a pink eye. See the little pink bits everywhere. Kind of looks purple or pink. They're a pink eye. That's a really nice potato. So what we'll do is we'll finish washing them inside. Maybe a lot of people after we do the pool, the sauna and the spa. We've already got the spa there. I reckon after you show them the building, they're gonna love it. Hey, cutting Ali? Hey, bagus? Bagus? My father-in-law. Hey? 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 Check that out, I got some. Hey, that's so good. So, we'll wash up, we'll clean up, get ready for you. Mayang did her video earlier on, which was a baso, which is a meatball, a traditional meatball, Indonesian meatball, from the village. You should have a look. So, we've got all our vegetables ready, and we've got the duck fat there. The duck fat was in the fridge, so chuck it in the oven for maybe 5 or 10. So let's go with 5. That will melt, and then we'll baste all the vegetables with it. And then we're going to bake that, not on 180 degrees for an hour. We'll bake it on maybe 140 degrees for an hour. And then by the time that cooks, corned beef will be ready. So, in the meantime, what we can do, so our asparagus, right, this is all for decoration, right? So you can go so you can quarter it. Honestly, I like to go halves. I really like it on the plate for presentation. So let's go halves with that. corn. Again, so these corns are missing 1/3 of them. Okay, so we usually buy them so that you can peel them much better. So we'll just halve these. There's 4 of us, so let's halve those, and we'll boil those when the time to come. Now, as you can see, I've got 3 pots, 1, 2, 3. Now, the reason being is because we have 3 vegetables. Now, yes, you can put all these vegetables in one of those big pots, right? But you ain't gonna get the flavor of the asparagus, the flavor of the corn, or the flavor of the broccoli. And this is like the loose broccoli, mind you. The broccoli, we're gonna put it into thirds, yeah? So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this bit here, it is not throwaway, like bok choy. Like the onions, we've been over that. Don't throw it away, it's good, just keep it there. Okay, so we're gonna boil all that. Duck fat should be melting very rapidly, which it is. Sorry, my love. So, melting very rapidly. Alright, we're gonna baste those in a second and continue on. So, we need a little paintbrush, which I believe, wow, I thought the children had it earlier on, but it's all good, we've got it. So, 10 seconds, we'll do that, we'll drink some wine. So, we've got the beef in there, we've got the vegetables in the oven, we've got also vegetables that we're gonna how would you put it, boil the vegetables. So, we might put a gravy with this, and it's going to serve up very nice. This is a traditional way to cook. Obviously not in the pressure cooker. Sorry, crock pot, not a pressure cooker. So the way that we've done it here: add a potato, add an onion, add a carrot, add some vinegar. Very, very traditional. What we're doing is we're spicing it up a bit with a bit of corn, a bit of broccoli. The broccoli would have been there, but not loose, right? So that would have been like a clump of broccoli. And the asparagus, well, we're just adding asparagus because we like asparagus. So it would have been pumpkin, potatoes, broccoli, carrot, and corned beef. And then the English added a white sauce. There would have always been a dark sauce, but the English added a white sauce. But we're going to go with the dark sauce. Let's crack a lack. Alright, let's crack a lack. So, what we have here is the duck fat starting to melt. And I'm going to get that duck fat. It's all at the bottom of the pan now. You can still see a little clump here. Right, but all we're doing is basting everything. Now, I didn't bother chopping these potatoes in half. Honestly, we've got a lot of little ones there. They're going to be really crunchy. And the bigger ones, well, the bigger ones will be what they are. The squash cooks quite fast, so that's why we've cut it quite large. So squash, pumpkin, however you know it. Right. We'll keep the basting brush there because we'll use that again. Chuck that on in there and set it for half an hour, and then we'll take a look in half an hour. And in the meantime, so to give you an idea what's happening over here, in our crock pot, not our pressure cooker, so the fork is going in very nicely, right? Very nicely. So, and these vegetables, we're not concerned about the vegetables, their flavour. They're just adding the aroma to it, same as the vinegar. So let's let that keep cooking. So the timer will go off in half an hour, and then this will be about another hour as stated. The vegetables here, they only take 15 minutes as you know, and we'll be back to you very, very shortly. Take a look. Vegetables. So we'll baste them. So careful when you're doing this. You don't want the oil to splash you because it's extremely hot. We can sort of turn the carrots as we go on. We can flick the potatoes around. The pumpkin's going to cook all through no matter what. It doesn't matter if you turn the pumpkin or not, it's still going to cook all the way through. Pumpkin squash, whatever you like to call it. Alright, so we'll chuck that back in for longer. So, as you can see here, I just turned that down because what we really want is for corned beef to cook perfect. So that fork is just sliding in there now. So we can crack-a-lack with this. So crack-a-lack with that. We'll turn that in for another half. So our vegetables, as we were saying before, about an hour. We turn it on for half an hour. Our corned beef is crack-a-lacking. Vegetables, let's crank them up a little bit. And then we're going to put these in about, say, 20 minutes. And we'll be all good. We're going to add some gravy. Obviously plate it up and we'll taste it and it will be superb. Like always. We have everything on the boil. There goes the alarm. Might turn that up a little bit just so everything's going out. Might have to talk a little bit louder. So, still cooking away in the crock pot. What we're going to do is we're going to chuck some vegetables in. So, what's the corn first? Corn takes a little bit longer. So our corn is going to take 15 minutes, right? And while we're waiting for our corn to go, we're going to check our potatoes. So, everything seems to be crack-a-lack in here, all good. So, we just baste them, push them around a little bit, and everything's looking good. What we've done here is we've cranked it up to 180. It was on 140, just sitting like for about a half an hour. Broccoli is going to take about 5 minutes. Asparagus, that will take about 2 minutes. It's nice when it's nice and crunchy. So what we can do now is we can prepare for our gravy. We can get ready for our beef, that sort of thing. So for our gravy, we will need a cup. Let's boil the kettle. We will need a whisk. And apart from that, let's grab some plates ready. So, boiling away here, keeping on the timer. We're getting close to 10. So, our broccoli can go in. That's fine. We can't overcook that. We want it nice and, should I say, I guess you can overcook it. We just want it cooked perfect. So by the time that corn cooks, our asparagus is going to be ready. Chuck that in onto the meat. Potatoes are in here. Everything's baking away very good. And let's do our meat. So, to do our meat, let's clear some room. Asparagus in there for a second. So, what we're doing here is we're going to slice this up. Could you turn me off, Don, over there? That's weird, isn't it? I'm always asking her to turn me on. Can you turn me off for once? Now, so, our corned beef. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Can you smell it? Can you taste it? Is that awesome or what? Look at that. My knife's just sinking through it. Hey, my knife just sinks through it. I don't know where my fork is just there. So these vegetables in here, you absolutely 100% can use, right? No doubt about it, you can use that, right? We'll probably do a soup out of that tomorrow. And I mean, if you like soups, we can show you, and we'll film how we're doing a soup. But honestly, I reckon it's best to do a soup. Let's keep with the vegetables on the pan here, and vegetables in the oven. That would be very good. Sorry, my love. Vegetables in the oven there, and we're boiling a few here. So at this stage, what we're going to do is dodge the balloons. Look out! Here comes the balloons. Oh no! Hey, oh no! It's a jar of balloons. Oh no! You're crazy. And back to the asparagus. Dropping the asparagus in. So that asparagus is going to take about 2 minutes. That is so nice. You don't want me to film you eating it? Really? You don't want me to film you eating it? Oh, it's so soft. Honey, you gotta try it. We know you're in your pajamas. You gotta try it and tell us what you think. It's so delicious. Where did my other piece go? Okay? What happened to my other piece? Like, I had 4 pieces there. I know I ate 2. Hey? Okay, so we're crack-a-lacking here. Under the stove's all good. This is gonna taste delicious. So now, I don't know if you notice here, I just cranked that straight up, very high, 220 for the last 15 minutes, okay? So it's a bit of a trick. Let's go dishing up, eh? Now this is really good for sandwiches, really good for sandwiches. Our workers love it when my wife makes some sandwiches out of this, the corned beef. It's so delicious, so delicious. Did you seriously go to pick up more roast beef? You wanted this bit? This bit? So delicious, eh? Yum. You want it? Yum. Yeah, you want it? It's so yummy, she cannot get enough of it. Honey, boiling water. Okay, we got the broccoli. We're gonna put some water in these pans. Now, our knife set is Rayco. I want to talk to you about that as we go along. And now we don't market anything at all. But what I want to talk to you about is, after our son stops talking, is how cheap the products are. So the Rayco products, online, extremely cheap. In the shop, extremely expensive. Okay, so 1/4 of the price online. As I was saying, the Rayco products, very, very cheap. In a shop, very expensive. Pots and pans, in a shop, very expensive. At the moment online, you can buy them so cheap. I'm about to buy some more stuff. And we have another, well, I was going to show you, but the magazine's gone. We have another dealer that's offering us very cheap stuff, and so cheap. Throughout your kitchen, unbelievable. I've got to show you the prices, and I'll do that, and I'll show you the magazine, and I'll show you the website and all that, so you can pick through and pick what you want and see what you want, because that's what I'm going to do. Okay, it's crazy hour here. Absolutely crazy hour. And we're trying to get ahead of them. Believe me, we did put a movie on for them. Okay? It is crazy, like everyone's child is. Okay? This time of night. Okay, let's keep crack-a-lacking, guys. So, what we want to do, we want to get the stuff out of the oven. Finish off. Can you push the button on the kettle for me, my love? Okay, so bit of a trick. Okay, straight over there. Gonna drain the oil a little bit. Then I'm gonna serve it up. So. We don't exactly want to put it straight onto the plate. It's in duck fat, as you know, a bit of olive oil in there. I don't want to put that straight on the plate. So what we're doing is we're just straining it, and then we'll dish it up. Okay, now I'm just going to get rid of this fat out of the way because the kids keep running through constantly. Let's just get rid of that. You keep going. Okay, so our vegetables. Let's grab a plate. Let's show you. So we've got our asparagus, our broccoli, our corn. Alright, let's put a bit of carrot on that side and some squash, or commonly known as squash, should I say, and also known as pumpkin. So you can put a bit more on top of that if you're a big eater, honestly. What do you think of that, guys? What do you think of that? Yeah. Last and foremost, some gravy. Give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna find it in the cupboard. So we just have some Gravox here. So all we're gonna do is add some until it comes to the desired 2 seconds. Say. Simply, all we've got is some Gravox. If you want to know how to make traditional gravy, it's with the pans. So the pan here, the pan that had all the fat in it from the meat, the duck fat, etc., etc. The juices, that's what you make traditional gravy out of. This is just Gravox, okay? So we can do any flavor Gravox, and all we're doing is adding it in here until we get the right thickness. Now, with your pan gravy, right, all you're gonna do is you're gonna add some corn flour. So the right flavors with the right amount of corn flour, which is probably a couple of tablespoonfuls, maybe 3. Now, you can pour this over the meat as such. All right, let it drizzle over the vegetables. Alright, now with that, we have corned beef, bit of salt and pepper, and that is as traditional as it gets. This is what my mother used to serve me. Like I said though, she used to do it with white sauce, better with gravy. So, you've seen us try some corned beef before. Let's try one of these potatoes. Now this gravy is going to be extremely hot. So, let's blow it there. Maybe under the cooler, under the dirt. No, seriously, let's blow it. Wow, those roast potatoes and the duck fat, to die for. The asparagus, do the asparagus with the carrot, bit of gravy. Everything needs gravy, hey? So nice. This pumpkin is from our garden. I'm gonna try it with some of the roast beef. Corned beef, sorry, my bad. Corned beef. There is a difference. You're not gonna get better than that. This is what you're gonna find in a restaurant if you go to like a grandma and granddad restaurant. You are gonna go out to dinner and order this. Okay? This is so traditional. This is what your mama and your papa serve ya. But it's so nice and you get used to it. It is so good. It's cheap. Very cheap. We paid $15 for the corn roast, and some of the vegetables come from the garden, as you know. So you're probably looking at about, I think about $7 a meal. So I hope you liked it. Happy days. Watch the next one. Subscribe. See you soon.